2017 Volkswagen Alltrack. Funnily enough, in light of dieselgate, Volkswagen is one of the few brands, along with Volvo and Subaru, to preserve the notion that you don't need a fuel-sucking SUV to meet your life-carrying needs. And, yes, VW's history of addressing off-road desires with all-wheel drive dates to the mid-1980s with the Quantum Syncro, aka Passat, and Golf Country. The latter, sadly, never came stateside. The latest offering toward this effort is the 2017 Volkswagen Alltrack. What's an Alltrack? It's a slightly lifted, cladded, and butched-out version of the Golf Sportwagen, yes, formerly known as a Jetta. Not to steal Alltrack's thunder, but starting in 2017 you can also get the standard Sportwagen with 4Motion AWD, which is basically the same running gear for less money. The Alltrack starts at $26,950, the 4Motion Sportwagen starts at $24,930, both with the dual-clutch automatic available at launch. Inside the seats are easily best in class. Volkswagen already does this very well, and all its cars default with ample side support during sportier driving, which is atypical for a mid-size $25,000 to $30,000 crossover. Fog lights and VW's CarNat App Connect come standard on the lowest spec, and that includes both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as a color touchscreen display that's fairly logical to use with tablet-like swipe functionality. A backup camera is also standard and is hidden beneath the rear hatch VW logo, pivoting the badge out of the way when you put the car in reverse, and then disappearing like a scared groundhog into its cubby when you switch to a forward gear. This may seem overly complex, but it's a good thing, since it prevents the camera lens from getting covered with grime. Probably the best deal as far as options go is the $845 driver assistance package that gets you adaptive cruise control, ACC, forward collision warning, and autonomous emergency braking that can slow the car to almost a complete stop. This package also includes front and rear park distance control, and parking steering assistant that automatically parallel parks the car. You get yet more if you step up to the SE or SL versions of the Alltrack, including a panoramic glass roof that comes standard with both of these models. We stuffed ourselves in the second row and he found plenty of knee room, and even a 6-footer seated behind a driver of the same height fits in the second row comfortably. That's because there's a great deal of second-row headroom, and when equipped with that glass roof the rear quarters feel airy rather than claustrophobic. Gripes? Here's the primary one. If you are indeed cross-shopping the Outback, that wagon's 35.5 cubic feet of stowage aft of the rear seats and 73.3 cubic feet with them folded smokes the VW's 30.4 66.5 cubic feet. The Alltrack looks yet worse against true crossovers like the Honda CR-V, 37.2 70.9 cubic feet. Chalk up a win against the Subaru Crosstrek, though, which only has 22.3 and 51.9 cubic feet. Only being relative here, as 20 cubic feet is huge for a sedan trunk. This likely isn't a deal breaker. Hendrik Muth, Volkswagen of America's Vice President of Product Marketing and Strategy, says the Alltrack is targeted at a younger buyer who wants a car that's more nimble than the Outback. He also cites the lower roofline that enables loading bikes, kayaks, and other outdoor sports equipment more easily than rival off-road-focused SUVs. Still, probably the biggest edge for the Alltrack against the Outback is really aggressive pricing. It also looks great, comes in sharp colors, and of course presents an alternative to would-be Subaru buyers who don't have either Audi or Volvo money. Look for VW to keep up that kind of bargain strategy going well into the future, because one way to help shorten the memory of a wary consumer is to offer them a great deal on a car that does a lot of things better than more expensive alternatives.